Hello and welcome. I am Rashmi from Soul Sparkle by Rashmi, and today I am here to provide the June 2024 energy update. Before that, let me introduce myself. I am an energy healer and I am an intuitive person. By that, I mean that I am able to tap into my intuition to help others. By intuition, I mean when I connect to the energy of universe, a word, a thought, an emotion, a symbol, a visual image of any kind may occur in my mind, and I'll be able to attach some meaning to it and provide some message, any kind of information to others. Through that, I am able to help answer some of their questions that they may have in their life, unlock some certainty, clarity, confidence, some creative ideas, new ways of being for them to be able to make them move forward from that point on. I am a trained and certified energy healer into many energy healing modalities that I use to help people in the healing of their subconscious mind. So every month I connect to the energies of the universe to take a stock of the energy in form of certain themes or emotions or messages that may be present in the collective humanity and bring it to you through my energy updates or my messages on social media. I would encourage you to watch this video and listen to the message till the end. These are channeled updates and also contains healing information, messages, tools, and encouragements. So for the month of June, I was given this title that Stop, Pause, Realize, and Redirect. Even though this was given as a theme for the month of June, I really feel that it is a theme that is going to extend in the coming months as well. So, how did June actually feel like to you? Did it feel huge and heavy? Or did you experience that things are feeling a little tough, exhausting at times, but everything just worked out in the end? Or did it feel like that there is so much happening around? Right? So June has been a month of reflection, realization, planning. It has been a month of making mind calm for stepping into transformations, decisions, and moving ahead in life in the coming months. But what is it teaching us? It is teaching us the power of patience, silence, and observation. It is also an amazing month to work with your passions. Passion is one of the ways in which we express ourselves. Another way is communication, language. That is also a form of expression. Art is a form of expression. And interestingly, silence is also a way in which we often communicate. So be curious how it unfolds for you. So, going to the big emotions first and stay till the end to understand the tool of three P's that were given to me by my guides. If you are someone who are in the energy of questioning yourself in the last few weeks or months, or you may be feeling some energy that I want to do this, I want to do that, I'm just wanting to make the world better in certain way for myself or others, or you are somebody who are going through huge emotions of extreme grief or sadness, some kind of anxiety. So know that there has been an energy of tug of war between heart and mind. There has also been an energy of exhaustion and wanting to take a break that has been floating around. Did you feel that? Maybe you can't fully understand or express why you are feeling so, or you may feel that the work or my life has been so busy because of which I am feeling like that. But whatever be the reason, that know that you are energetically catching up with the changing vibrations of the world. But there is nothing to fear here. Allow your emotions to move through you. Take some time for self care if this is becoming very overwhelming for you. Emotions, when we feel it in a heavy form, are not negative in itself, but it is more like a signal that somewhere you are not feeling aligned to what you would rather want to do or how you would rather want to feel. So it is more like a signal that we need to look at something in our life, right? So that is how it is. When we go through these kind of experience, sometimes we may feel very scattered, very fearful, or confused, and we don't know how to react. So if you are somebody for whom the external world or the situations in your life have been shifting a lot, and you have been going through certain circumstances or experiences which have come to you in a very disturbing way, the message that came from the universe was allow yourself to grieve. And I repeat, allow yourself to grieve. A lot of us, when we go through difficult circumstances, we do not gift us gift ourselves this emotion that we allow ourselves to grieve. Right now, there is a huge release of grief energy. Maybe you are somebody who might be wanting to cry or just not knowing why you want to do that, but you just feel so heavy in the heart that you just want to let that heaviness out. Yeah. So it may be related to certain memories, known or unknown, doesn't matter. Allow yourself time and space to grieve. This is one thing that we don't do as a society. As people, we have been told not to cry or express our sadness, express ourselves in such a grieving manner because we don't know how to handle it. We teach our children not to cry. We ask them, why are you crying? What's wrong? Right? What is so upsetting to you? Right? And we ask them to shut down their emotions. When we are upset, when we are feeling helpless, when we are feeling at loss, when we are shocked or shattered, it is very natural to cry, to grieve. However, we keep stuck with those unprocessed emotions when we do not express them, and we try to be strong. We try and pretend to be fine. But when we do that, in the long term, we become closed and disconnected. We start getting bitter, resentful. We start lacking joy. We find it difficult to open ourselves to others or to the feelings of joy. Sometimes we start living in the place of self pity. In Hindi we call it taras rehem. So that is not a nice place to live, whether we feel that for ourselves or for someone else. So I believe that grieving is such an important process for our mind and body, because this is the way to reset for mind and body. It helps us to come to that point of acceptance with whatever is happening in our life and make a choice from that point on to move forward. Grief is a very big emotion that helps us to manage overwhelm, trauma, and change in life. It can bring in very big transformations for people if we allow time and space for releasing grief. I really believe that depression would come down in society. And yes, sometimes the situations are such in which we don't feel that we have time to attend to ourselves because there is so much that needs to be taken care of. But probably you don't really need to cut yourself off completely from the world to attend to yourself. By allowing yourself pockets of time in a day and whenever possible to rest up, being in silence, going for a self care routine, journaling, take a pause, help to give physical rest to the body, clear the mind so that you can attend to yourself and others in a better way. When we allow ourselves time and space, we become accepting to certain realities of life, and we become aware of choices that we would want to make from this point on and beyond. So, and by the way, just the shadow emotions are not the only thing that is going around right now, but there are big miraculous manifestation energy also very active. And how are you tapping into that? So let me know. And sometimes it is, difficult to talk about, think about manifestation or trying to do something good when we are in a very difficult situation or dealing with big uncomfortable emotions. However, it is said that it takes courage to be happy. Joy is something that can be created at any moment, and kids teach us that very simply. In one moment they are crying and instantly they will start laughing. You just be with a bunch of kids and you start feeling joyful. So the joy energy is also within us to be created. There is this phrase that I really like. It says that I honor how I want to feel. Most of us are always operating from the point that how I am feeling right now. And if I don't feel good, we give away the remote control of our life to others all the time. And we would say that you are the reason why I'm unhappy, or this is the reason why I'm unhappy, or I keep getting into trouble because of this reason. This person bothers me so much. And it is okay to go through such feelings as well and validate what you are feeling. But if that place starts to become home, we can't progress. Our happiness and our agility is when we are able to bounce back and take the remote control back and say that I want to play the channel of comedy or some nice music in my life. So some of us always keep playing that horror movies in the head all the time, thinking, oh, something is just going to be wrong. Take that time to deal with it, but do take back the remote control to change the channel to something that you would like. Yes, changing channel sometimes would feel like it is like a big task of moving a mountain. So let's try something about that. When you are peaceful and calm, when you are feeling good on some day, make a list of all the emotions, all the feelings that you would want to feel. And I'm talking about feelings here, I'm not talking about things here. Okay, sometimes we associate that when I get that thing, I'll be happy. So but when you are feeling good, make a list of how you would really want to feel and think about how can you create those feelings for yourself. What can you do? Maybe start with small steps, take short time goals, and take some action towards it and see where you reach. You can use that list when you are not feeling very fine and try doing that. Yeah. Does anything resonate with you till now? Yes? Okay, sit down and take some time to reflect and find out how you would like to give direction to your life from here on. Take some time in silence, cut out the noise, enjoy. Yeah. Okay, let's now go to 3 P's. So, 3 P's are positivity, practicality, and prayer. While these three words were given to me by universe for June, I actually use these in my daily life, and I know that most of us do use these words, but I'm just reiterating it that when it is a time of conflict energy, when there is a lot of conflict in the heart and mind, it can be sometimes very depressing and difficult to deal with. Maybe you are somebody who is not directly involved in that kind of energy, or maybe you are just catching up with the energy that is going through in the collective. Sometimes it is not even visible. You come out of a place, you come out of a restaurant, and you just feel, oh, that was so much heaviness in there. Yeah. So you now would have your self-care list to go to and cultivate hope for yourself and others. Use the positivity, spread it around for yourself and others. Let's come to practicality now. When things are quite challenging, confusion is there, there is a lot of turmoil, and your mind feels blocked, positivity is far beyond reach. And let's admit, nobody is a robot. We are humans and we will go through it. Take a pen and paper and apply logic and reasoning. Assess where you are right now, where you would want to go. It is very important sometimes that we give direction and instructions to mind. That is how we operate in logic and reasoning. Let's come to prayer now. So, any kind of prayer, any kind of activity through which we associate with God, or if you believe in some kind of higher power, that association is becoming more and more important when we are going through the busyness and the fast pace of life right now. So it is very important that we take time during the day sometime and connect to the frequency of that higher intelligence in our life, go inside our on, own heart to find out some solutions that always lie within you through your wisdom. So, huge and heavy energies of June are being lifted with the full moon and solstice that happened on 21st and 22nd of June. and the energy is shifting very fast right now. You may realize that something, you may realize something right now, and the next moment you realize that something else is there, and you move on forward from there. It's like jumping from point A to B to C and so on very quickly. Learning and realizations and moving forward is very quick and fluid right now for people who are really open to it. And by that, I mean that people who are in the solution mindset right now. It means that you can do and achieve a lot more in a short span of time. The universe is encouraging us to actually take the ownership of our lives from a point of neutrality. It is telling us that the only certain thing in life right now is the present moment where we can actually take action. So, full moon in June has the energetic theme of free spirit. This is actually the point of creation and surrender. So, when I was taking the energy update for full moon, energy stock for full moon, I got this visual and the message about an athlete who is ready to run. So, the athlete is in the sprint position, uh, getting into the game, and he's being told on your marks. So this stage in a game is so important because this is the point where the player is completely involved in the present. He can't be attached to the past failures, he'll get distracted, or he cannot be attached to the past wins as well. The only point that you are ready for at this point is when you are looking forward to your goal in the future, and everyone else who has supported that person or who has not supported that person, anybody involved in the life of that person is just an audience right now. So you are the only person that matters at this stage. The only thing that we can do is that we give our best in the present moment based on the learnings from the past for the goals of the future. There are times in our life when we are overwhelmed, when we are indecisive in our life, and we want to shift that responsibility of our life for someone to someone else, and we need that approval. Or sometimes we want others to make choices for ourselves on our behalf. We want them to cover us because we are not fully emotionally comfortable for doing that ourselves. Sometimes we become rigid and controlling and we want others to follow the same path as we do. We go into the denial mode and refuse to listen. So universe is asking us to come to the point of being neutral in the present moment, looking at the past and the future without judgments and giving our best right now. Taking ownership of our actions is the only thing that is in our control and is certain. Winning and losing is all part of the game, and we can only develop sportsmanship, which is respect for all that is there. So, the question is whether you want to develop that or continue as it is. If you are willing to seek the answers for your own life or not, or if you want to continue to put someone else into your shoes and say how would you operate, that is really not going to work. Universe is asking us to be quick yet swift. I repeat, universe is not saying fast, it is saying quick and swift. Just knowing something doesn't change anything for us. Our conscious effort and actions do. So if you want, you can use the affirmations. I'll say, I invite the sense of freedom in my life. I am the supreme authority in my life. And be convinced that there is no deadlock that you cannot overcome, that you cannot break through. But do that joyfully. Don't go into the suffering mode of that deadlock. Allow yourself to create that joy for you. There is enough support available to you in this universe if you are willing to move ahead. And this full moon is giving way to the story to unfold more in the coming weeks. We will connect again when it is time for next energy update. Till then, all the best for your journey. I hope you could take something back for yourself today. And if so, please do like, share, or subscribe, and know that there is always sun shining behind the clouds and rainbows are waiting for you. Take care. Bye bye.